person,
Hello, BookTube. No makeup. I got my glasses. I got fabulous glare going on. But anyway, I wanted to get a video out as quick as I could. I'm going to be talking about some pulp books that we have. But first and foremost, I'm going to do my first BookTube-a-thon event. It is being hosted by Paperback Junkie. Agatha begins on September 8th through the 10th. Read as many Agatha Christie books as you can. I'm going to leave a link below with his video where he talks about Agatha and offers some recommendations on what you could read. I love his videos. I hope you watch it and watch tons more of them. I love watching him and Zoe. I feel like they're friends of mine. My husband makes fun of me because I will talk back to them watching their videos. But I just think they're great. They remind me of me and my husband, the way they interact with each other. I keep telling my husband that we are like their Deep South version. So anyway, check out his videos based on his recommendations. My first Agatha Christie book is going to be And Then There Were None. I've never read Agatha Christie. I'm really excited to read this, and I think I might have another one somewhere in all of that, and if by some miracle I finish this quickly, I will read another one, and I will do a video after that ends and let you know what I thought about it. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. If you've read And Then There Were None, let me know below what you thought about it and what other Agatha Christie books you would recommend. So, on to some other pulp books that we have. First, I'm going to get out of the way these two mega big ones. The 20-Year Death by Ariel S. Winter. And no, I haven't read this, and I would get this book just because of the cover. I think that lady looks awesome. That dude looks just really creepy, honestly. So maybe one day I'll get to it. I also haven't read this one, The Cocktail Waitress by James M. Cain. This one's pretty awesome. Got your martini and your cigarettes and some side boob. Just beautiful. One I do plan on reading just from watching videos with Stanley and other writers talking about the Comics Code. Max Allan Collins' Seduction of the Innocent. Oh, sorry, glares everywhere. It says, comic books are corrupting America's youth, or so the esteemed Dr. Werner Frederick would have people believe. People like the congressman holding hearings on banning violent crime and horror funny books. And when the crusade provokes a most unfunny murder, Jack Starr, comics syndicate troubleshooter, has no shortage of suspects. Was it the knife-wielding juvenile delinquent or the naked seductress? Perhaps a frustrated publisher or an outraged cartoonist? Or was it a comic book reader? I think this will be a fun read. We're always trying to do things to encourage our kids to read. So, we got some books that my husband has read, his dad has read. The Hardy Boys, The Tower Treasure, by Franklin W. Dixon. Hopefully they'll enjoy this, and they'll be spending time with their dad reading it together, so I think it'll be fun, create some good memories. One pulp book I have read, it's one of my absolute favorites, and it's actually, I have an edition that is 3 books all together. Mars Trilogy by Edgar Rice Burroughs. A Princess of Mars, The Gods of Mars, and The Warlord of Mars. And it's also got, I can't remember this guy's name off the bat because it's been a while since I read it, but he's in the books a lot. And if you don't know anything about it, basically it begins with John Carter out in the Wild West in a cave, and then he wakes up and he's in Mars. And he's meeting all these different human people and different creatures and all kinds of stuff. And it's really cool because it's like, because of the the atmosphere difference and distance from the sun and all of that stuff, it's like he has superhuman powers and he can jump really high and stuff like that. Last, I have a few super old books that we bought, and we keep these in little plastic covers to protect them because they are so old and they're so fragile. These were all published in the 50s, I think, and it's pretty cool. You know, they range in price from like 25 to 35 and 50 cents. I wish you could find brand new books for that. And this size, I really like, especially the size of this one, where they're so small. And then they've done like a contrasting color on the page ends. Why we don't do more books like this, I don't know. Because when I'm at a bookstore and looking at books, that would be a selling point for me right off the bat if they had colored page ends. I just think that looks so cool. So this first book was written by Octavius Roy Cohen, and he published like 56 books. This one was published in 1955, The Intruder, and it cost 25 cents when it first came out. And I just think this book is just beautiful. All these like greens and grays and blues, and then bright red pages. Murder anyone? And they even have a great picture on the back. Just beautiful colors on these. This book, Swamp Girl, and it tells you original title, No Nation Girl. She brought the heat of the swamp to a white man. A strong, tragic novel of moral disintegration, St. Louis Times. And this was its 5th printing, this cover. This was published originally in 1951. That is beautiful. I absolutely love it. And hopefully I'll have to do some digging maybe. If you know, let me know below if they have like ebooks of these, because I'd really like to read them. There aren't a lot of writers who really do that same kind of style and have the same kind of content in it. This one might be my favorite. I don't know, it's a toss-up between The Intruder. I just really like the colors on it, but this one is just really kind of cheeky to me. Her love nest was a murder trap. I'll show you the back because it's got a couple of pictures on it. It's got a cool car. Blow Out My Torch by James Howard. This was published in 1956. I just love the blurb on it, and I think it's just a really cool book. Again, it's all red, orange, yellow, green pages. And let me just read the back. They call me Steve Ash. As a reporter, I get the news and what's behind it. Big Ed McConnell pulls the strings in Neon City. I got the goods on his trigger man, but Helen Randolph fooled me. She was the blonde man-trap who masterminded the syndicate, and she had me marked for death with her beautiful body. Pretty awesome. I think it's just a beautiful cover. A Doc Savage book, Brand of the Werewolf. This one was written by Kenneth Robeson. And I think it's something, basically, that he goes to an island and there's a bunch of werewolves on it. I want to read that. Got skeletons. This dude with really weird hair. I guess that's Doc Savage. It's like, I don't know, almost looks like a helmet. I mean, that's one heck of a widow's peak. Anyway, if you have some old books that you'd like to share, let me know down below. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them. And don't forget to check out Agathon.